Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's stand back from our screens. We've got a standing, not a chair Pilates today. So standing nice and tall, bringing the energy up from the floor, through your feet and up through your bodies and relax down on your shoulders. I'm going to lift up through the right arm and lower, and then the left arm and lower. I'm going to bring both hands down on top of the pelvis and I'm going to rock. Yes, I'm going to rock forward. So I'm going to continue rocking forward and back. Just going to take the banner off the top. Okay, so continue walking, just tilting forward and back. Okay, and then I'm going to find my neutral and I'm just going to lift my heel off the ground. It's not a march, yeah, it's just a little lift. Okay, and again, lift. All right, now settle your body weight down into the floor and just circle back the shoulders. Bring your hands up so your elbows are wide. We come around, inhale, exhale, and then the other side, inhale, exhale. That's right, 2 more, inhale, exhale. Try not to spin around and just control the movement, okay? Now I'm going to take my hands on top of the pelvis and I'm just going to go into a little circle, forward and back. Yeah, not forward and back, sorry, in a circle, round and round. Okay, and again, round we go on the right side, vice versa, and then over onto the left side. I'm going to let go and I'm going to just let my arms stay at the side of me and I'm going to roll down, okay? I'm going to go into an extension and flexion. So can you see I'm moving my spine, I'm lengthening and then I'm bringing it up into a little C curve. Okay, and again, lengthen and then up. And again, 2 more. So I come away. Can you see the lengthening of the spine and then I come into my flexion? Okay, as I come up, as I come into a flexion, I'm going to drop my chin and I'm going to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. I'm going to bring the shoulders back and down. I'm going to stand up nice and tall. Okay, I'm going to lift the arms into a front raise, just in line with the shoulders, and then I'm going to lower down. Yeah, and again. So lift your shoulders and lower down. I'm going to take them out to the side into a lateral raise and lower, nice and gentle. Okay. I'm now going to take a lovely deep breath in and take the arms all the way to the top and then lower. Okay, and again, round we go, up to the top and lower. I'm going to just bring my right leg forward and then my left. You just see, this is now about balance. So I'm shifting my weight from my right to my left. I'm still standing up tall, still got a lovely strong connection in the center. Okay, now I'm going to come into an opposite arm and then to the other side. But when I'm just placing my toe down on the floor, I'm not pushing my weight. Yeah, I'm just toe tapping and then to the side. Yeah, and again, that's it. It's just like a little toe tap. Okay, and then I'm going to take it back into a little hip extension. Yeah, and again, so a lovely little hip extension. Okay, then my next one, I'm going to do a rotation. So I'm going to tap and bring it back. Tap and bring it back. Again, leaving the balance longer onto the left leg. Okay, and I'm going to do 4 and just testing out the balance here. Which side? I know I definitely have a better balance on one side than the other. Yeah. Okay, and then 1 more. Okay, and then stepping. Take the arms up. Inhale up. Exhale down. 1 more time. Okay, now I'm going to roll down vertebrae by vertebrae, coming all the way down towards the floor. Okay, I'm going to touch down and I'm going to come back up again. So you don't have to come to the floor. You don't have to. You roll down. I want you to think about keeping the hips high. Down we go. Keep the hips high. Okay, inhale, exhale and come back up. All right, 3, 2, 1. Open the arms. Round we go, and open. And round. And again, 2 more. Last one. Okay, stay here, over the top, and over the top the other side. Yeah, and again, so I'm coming out and through, and out and through. Okay, I'm going to bring the hands together, and I'm going to open my door. I'm going to look behind me, and I'm going to close the other side. And again, so inhale as you go round, exhale, center, the other side. Inhale and exhale. Lower the arms down. This time I'm going to take the right leg up into a knee raise and then to the other side. That's it. So I'm lifting and lowering. That's it. Lift and lower. Okay. Okay, now instead of a tap, I'm going to take the whole leg off the floor. Yeah, the whole leg off the floor. So following the instruction, focusing the whole time, and then back. And thinking about this workout that we're doing today, nice gentle mobility workout, but this is not just about a physical, as in our body, and then tap and circle. This is about exercising our brain as well, yeah? All right, because we've got to think about what we're doing and act on it quickly, yeah? So there's kind of, we don't want a delay, we want it going, flowing all the way through, yeah? Okay, and again, it takes practice. The brain, oh, I nearly fell over myself. The brain, you know, it's just like a muscle. You keep working your bicep, you're gonna get stronger, yeah? And your brain the same. If you don't learn, it's just gonna become stale, right? So that's why being movement is absolutely necessary, and it's Mental Health Awareness Day on the 10th of October. And I was saying in my write-up that I did this morning, is lift the arm up. Right, we would never let our phones go down to 0, would we? We would always make sure they're plugged in, they're charged up. We would never let them go flat on an important day. So why do we do it to our brain? Why do we do it to our brain? And then roll down. Okay, so think of your brain like a device. Like your mobile phone, your iPad, yeah, all needs charging up. Yeah, your AirPods, earpods, whatever, right? Everything needs charging, and so does your brain. And how can we charge our brain? We can give it water, we need to hydrate it, we need to get outside and have some fresh air, and we need to exercise, yeah? These are all ways of looking after our brain, okay? And also it's about learning, yeah? Making the brain, like keeping it active. One more time, I'm gonna roll down, inhale, exhale, I'm gonna roll back up. Okay, shoulders back and down. This time I'm gonna take the right knee up and the left arm. I'm gonna stay on the right side, I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna stay on the right side, lift, and then I'm gonna tap and circle. Okay, the other side. So we go up 1, and then out 2. Yeah? So we got reciprocal movements the whole way through. So you're learning, yeah, to use your body in both sides. We're channeling both sides of the body, but in completely different movements. So this is a lot to think about, yeah? And round and in the other side. 1, into hip abduction, into hip extension, and then a tap and a circle. Okay, now I'm going to bring both feet under the hips. I'm in nice alignment, knees in line with the ankles, and then I'm going to come down into a little seat, and I'm going to stand back up. Yeah, so I come down into my seat, and I stand up. Now as I come down into my seat, I reach the arms. Yeah, one more time. Okay, and relax, shoulders back and down. As you relax the shoulders and take them down, we're going to come round into a little figure of 8. Keep that going, guys. I'm just going to open my window. It's getting super warm in here. Okay, and again, round we go. All right, lovely. I'm going to take the right arm over the top and the left arm over the top. And again, we're going to do 2 more. 1, and last time, 2. Bring your hands together, prayer position, and then open your door. Inhale, exhale, and round the other side. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Round we go. Inhale, exhale, and last one. Okay. All right, lovely. And lower down. I'm going to go back to just tilting my hips side to side. So I'm working laterally, yeah? So I'm bringing the hip up towards the rib, yeah? Towards the ribs. Okay, 2 more. Okay, and then I'm going to go into a rotation. So I'm keeping it all very low level, yeah? Really low level. Can you see when I'm rotating? It's not about my upper body. It's about from my center, yeah? All the way from my center. All right, I'm going to take it up a level. Let's take the legs out a little bit wider. Let's take the hands on top of the shoulders and circle. That's it, nice big circles. 2, 3, last one. Okay, I'm going to reach out and take my right arm off my shoulder and then my left arm off my shoulder. Yeah, so I'm coming out over to the side. Okay, and again, so you're doing like a little reach. Now I'm going to take the reach, but I'm going to take it in a horizontal. I'm going to take it out to the side, yeah. Round we go. Okay, let's do 1 of each. So we're going to go up for 2, we go 1, and then the other side. Then you go out for a reach around, 1. Then I'm going to take my hands down onto my hips, and now I'm going to do a big circle. You see how I got bigger? Yeah, I've changed the movement. Round we go, 1, and back. Round we go, 2. Lovely. Now put your hands together. We're going to add on a little movement. I'm going to inhale round and exhale back. I'm going to leave the arms where they are, and I'm going to go into a wide sit down. And then round. Inhale to exhale. And then into a lovely wide sit down. And again, round we go. Inhale, exhale, and a sit down. And the other side. Round we go. Inhale, exhale, and then down. Okay, I'm going to come down like just halfway. Take my hands to the inner part of my thighs, and I'm just going to push open, right? So I want to open out through the pelvis. We're going to do this when we're on the floor, so don't worry if you're not able to open too wide. Okay, just push open. Feel a little bit of pressure there. Okay, let go. Place your hands together, elbows wide. I'm going to move my weight out to my right and then move over to the left. So I'm loading round onto my right side, right the way through my thigh, having to support me into my quadriceps. Yeah, and again. Okay, now I'm going to come back into the center, bring myself back in the center, and I'm just going to do little pulses. Can you see? I'm making it really small. So 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then take it all the way up to the top and take your shoulders down. Okay, let's do it from the top. So we go out 1, 2, take it across, 1, 2, take it up, 1, 2, take it across, 1, 2, hands onto the hip and do a little circle one way and then around a circle the other. 2 more. And then last one. All right, lovely. Place your hands together. We open the door. Open your door, inhale, exhale, and then sit down. And then open your door, inhale, exhale, sit down. You're going to do 1 more each side, and then we're going to go back to finally opening out through the hip. Okay, and down, and then out, and down. Okay, Okay, I'm going to bring the hands down, come down and just open. Out to the right, only a tiny little movement. And out we go. And again. Okay, center, 8 pulses. 1, 2. You can take your arms up. 3, 4, 5. Oh, legs. 6 and 7 and 8. And lift. Lower the arms, and there we go. Inhale, exhale. And again. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale, exhale. Lovely. Okay, bring your feet back in so they're underneath the hips. And I'm just going to pedal push. You just see I'm lifting each heel off the ground. That's it. Pedal push down. So transferring the weight hip to hip. That's it. There we go. All right, now we're all going to need a door, a wall, or a settee. All right, just something to hold on to. All right, so I'm going to use my leg closest to the screen. Okay, so what we did earlier. Let's think, we took our knee up, didn't we? We did a knee raise, we did a hip abduction, we did a hip extension, and then I did a tap and a circle, yeah? How about, because we've got the back, we've got better balance now, we're holding, how about I take it around into a big hip rotation, yeah, round. And the opposing leg is working super hard because it's supporting us. So let's put it together. So we come up 1, we come to the side 2, we bring it back 3, and then we bring it all the way round 4. Should we do that one more time? So I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. I come back, and I come all the way round and through. I'm going to come back into the center, and I'm just going to sit down. So I'm coming into a neutral sit down. So this kind of reminds me about our chair class that we do on the 3rd Thursday of the month. When we come down into the chair, and I bring you as if you're coming down, and then I'm stopping you, and then you're coming back up again. Okay, and again. Now as you're coming down, think about when you do come into a chair, you don't just collapse down, do you? Yeah? So I want you to think control and take this, what I'm teaching you, when you go to sit down, yeah? Think about it, muscle memory. Think about how you're sitting down rather than just collapsing and throwing yourself onto the settee. We're going to come up 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do 4 hip rotations. But if you can't do this, so such a large movement, then you can always touch the floor and trace around, okay? 1 of each. 1, 2, back we go, and then into your hip rotation. 2 more sets. 1, out, hip extension, and round. Yeah, so we're hitting the glutes in all angles. Using the hip flexor mainly on the knee lift, hip abduction, hip extension, squeeze the muscles in the bottom, and then hip rotation. Bringing it back into the center. This time I'm going to come out, little step out and sit down. The other side, little step out. So you notice I'm going wider, yeah? Notice I'm taking the legs just a little bit wider than hip distance. Okay, we're going to come to 2 more. Doing really well, guys, really, really well. Okay, I'm going to bring my right leg forward. So I'm taking a big step and back, yeah? And the other side, big step and back. And again, well done. Step and in, last time. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you from the side. I'm going to take a big step on my right, but I'm not going to bring it straight back. I'm going to lower my left knee down to the floor, and I'm going to bring it back up. Down we go. And lift. Down. And lift. That's it. Just one more. Okay, now the hard work. I'm going to bring the right leg back in. Back. Yeah? Right. The other leg forward. So left leg, big step forward. So split lunge, yeah? Not here. Yeah, not there. You're not here. Not that. Yeah? Here. Real long stance, okay? Down I go. I need the movement. I need a big step. Because if I don't, I'm going to end up crushing my knees, right? So this is why you want a lot of room, because when we don't, and you take a shorter step, you see how my knees, you see I'm loading my knees. You see that? And if I continue to do that repetition after repetition, I'm going to hurt myself. I'm going to injure myself, and none of us want that. Yeah, we want to stay injury-free, pain-free. Yeah, and a lot of people say, I can't lunge because I can't lunge because it hurts my knees. That is probably why it hurts your knees, because you're loading it. This tiny little joint is having to take so much of your body weight. But can you see being open? Coming down and lift. Okay, the hard work. Big step back in. Back in. Okay. I'm going to roll all the way down to the floor. I'm going to roll down and I'm going to just take my arms one side and the other. And again. Okay. Center. Inhale, exhale. And roll it up. Shoulders back and down. Okay. We are ready to go down onto the floor. If you haven't got any water, then please get yourself some water. All right, go and get yourself some water. It's gone so warm today, hasn't it? It's really warm. It's like we've gone back into our summer. Okay, so I've lowered the camera. Get yourself ready. You know, if you need to take off a layer and take some water, we're going to go down onto the floor together. All right, so just give me 30 seconds. Okay, I needed some water. Okay, so let's go down together. All right, so stand up nice and tall. We're going to drop the head, the neck and shoulders, and we're going to roll all the way down. I'm going to walk away. I'm just going to walk out a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. And then I'm going to come into a down dog. Okay, pressing my heels into the floor. And I'm just then pushing my weight slightly into my shoulders, my hands. But the main part of this exercise, I'm stretching out the back, okay, into my calves. I'm now going to come down on the floor. I'm going to take my hands in line with my shoulders. And I'm going to lift and extend. Yeah, lift and extend. Yeah, two more. Last one. Okay, I'm just going to move my weight slightly back. And I'm going to take my shoulder down to the ground and lift it up. I'm going to do it the other side. So I'm going to take it down to the ground and I'm going to lift it back. Okay. I'm going to bring my forearms down onto the floor. Okay. And I'm going to take my right leg and I'm just going to lift and lower. I'm going to lift and lower. Okay, just like a little donkey kick. Keep the leg in at 90 degrees. Okay, I'm going to bring that in. I'm going to place the hands back under the shoulders, and I'm going to come up into a little cat stretch, and then into a cow stretch. And again. Okay, I'm going to come back down one by one. Okay, one by one. I'm going to take the other leg up, and I'm going to go into that little donkey kick. You see, I'm just pushing my flat of my foot up to the ceiling. That's it. One more. Okay, pop that under and then bring yourself back up. So it's almost like you're climbing up. And there you go. Okay, I'm now going to slide my right arm and my left leg away. And then I'm going to do that the other side. Yeah, and again. So I'm sliding away. And in, and then we're going to slide. Okay, lovely. And then from there, I'm just going to circle around the hips. Yeah, I'm just going to do it, circle the whole of my axis. Yeah, round we go. And I'm going to do it the other way. One more. Okay, lovely. I'm going to come into a seated position. Okay, seated position. All right, so let's move the arms forward and let's come back into a little half a roll back and then lift it. That's it. Back into half a roll back and lift to the top. And again, back we go and lift. I'm going to do two more. That's one. And last one. Okay, now I'm going to sweep away, sweep it back, my right arm into a little bow and arrow, and then the other side. Okay, and again, sweep it back. Last one. Okay, I'm going to come and face the front, and I'm going to lengthen my legs. I'm going to take my arms and I'm going to push forward, all right, I'm stretching out. Then I'm going to come back onto my sit bones, and then I'm going to come into a little half a roll back. So I lift up, so I turn it into a stretch, reaching forward, then come back, and then I come back into a half a roll back. And I'm going to come up onto my sit bones, but I'm going to take my right arm down and my left arm over. And then I'm going to change sides. And again, so I'm bringing it down and I'm reaching out and across. And then down and reaching out and across. I'm going to bring my hands together and I'm going to lace them. And I'm going to look down towards my thighs. Okay, now I'm going to place my hands behind me and I'm going to take the legs wide so I've got enough room to drop each knee. All right, so I'm doing a hip release. So we've done lots of hip work today when we were doing hip extensions. We did our donkey kick, which is another type of extension. We did the door work when we were leaning against, holding onto the wall or the door. And we did hip rotation. Yeah. And again, so I'm just releasing off. 1 and 2. Okay. Now I'm going to bring the right leg in and the left leg around. All right, so I'm sitting, this is called a mermaid, right? Right leg in, left leg. I'm going to take my right arm down and my left arm over. I'm going to hold the stretch. Now I'm going to come down and I'm going to bring my forearms down onto the floor, if you can get there. If you can't, just come up, yeah? I want you to feel the stretch into the glute, right? So there we go. Stretch. And you'll probably find that one side sort of glides more than the other. So left hand down, right arm over. Okay, tilt it over, bring your forearm down and just stretch into it. Okay, and then bring it up to the top and then bring your legs to the front and then give yourself a little shake there. Okay, all right then guys, so we're going to move on now. We finished on a stretch. We're going to move on now to a very little short meditation to finish our class today. Okay, so I want you to find a nice comfortable position and I'm going to just take... Right, okay, I'm just going to change the music over, so I don't want you to worry what I'm doing. Yeah, I just want you to find a comfortable position. Right, just a comfortable position. And I'm just going to change my music over. Okay. Okay, so I want you to begin our relaxation with a breathing technique I want to introduce to you, and it's, you're going to breathe in for 4, you're going to hold your breath for 2 and breathe out for 6. So what we're doing is entering the rest and digest part of our nervous system. Okay, so we've entered the fight and flight, yeah, but now we want to tap into our rest and digest, and we can do that by our breath work. Because when we start to slow the breath down and we're going into mindful breathing, we're reminding ourselves that we're safe, we're peaceful, and we're in control. Just kind of put music, softer music, just put it in the background and concentrate on your breathing. Okay. So taking in that peaceful feeling and be at peace. Be the peace. Because when the world outside is in disarray and chaos abounds, it is vital that you live the life that you dream of in your own little bubble. Make the world you want. Kindness, love, patience, acceptance and care. Throw it all around like confetti and create the world you will not ever see in the news. You cannot fix the world or change everyone's mind, but you can be the peace that you seek. And it's beyond vital that you do this, because it spreads like ever-increasing ripples outwards and will find those like-hearted souls that you need to reach. So when the world is in unrest, be the peace that you seek. Go back to your breathing, breathing in for 4, hold for 2, and out for 6. So as you breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, keep focusing on your breath until you feel more and more relaxed. Visualize yourself in a lovely peaceful place on this beautiful sunny day, surrounded by nature, and imagine this warm sunshine coming down upon you. And then take another deep breath. And then as you exhale, imagine all the tension and stress flowing out of your body. And just lie there quietly a moment, just enjoying the peace. Okay, so at the beginning of a new month, let's welcome in October. This is a season of letting go as we enter into autumn. We arrived into autumn on the 21st of September, so we're a few weeks into autumn now. October is very much about the season of letting go, just like Mother Nature does. And so it begins. When Mother Nature shows us all how it's done, how to let go, how to free yourself, how to shake it off and drop it off, and give way to the new. Creating space for new thoughts and ideas, new adventures and new connections. Because by shedding the dead weight that you've been carrying around for so long, you're actually letting go of anxieties and you're gaining back your energy. So let go of any doubts, fears or beliefs which no longer serve you well. Release bitterness or past hurts which feast on your beauty. Be brave and let them go. And don't fear the nakedness as your leaves slip away, because Mother Nature doesn't. Watch and learn from her. Yeah. Focus on your body just like it's a tree. And imagine yourself being filled with a sense of peace and well-being. And allow this feeling to spread throughout your whole body. Just like a tree, starting at the top and working all the way down, right into the roots. And just remember, the month of October is the month of letting go. Remember to be kind and gentle to yourself. Letting go of any self-doubt. And reminding yourself of your daily affirmations. I am beautiful. I am strong. I love life. And before we stretch and open our eyes and get on with the rest of our Monday, let's just take a moment of gratitude. And to thank ourselves for being here today, for turning up, and our bodies allowing us to do our Pilates. In your own time, open your eyes, give yourself a personal stretch, and thank you.